Let's see in a year how this holds up. January 7th, 2025. 306 is the average gallon of gas. Dow Jones is 42,715. Annual inflation 2.7%. Unemployment 4.2%. We should have put the price of eggs, price of milk and eggs. Maybe I could look it up here in a second. And then we have this here is article by KRQE. And so you have this guy here. This guy is Matthew Huttle. And Matthew Huttle is going to get pulled over and he's going to get shot and killed. Now, that's essentially all we know. Now, the reason why this is significant is because this guy was one of the January 6th people who was pardoned. And apparently there's a mugshot from the Porter County Sheriff's Office in Porter, which, does that mean he's got in trouble before? And so now I'm going to try to figure out all these questions. What is the answer? What is the solution? Do you have any idea? So this guy, I'm going to give you some of the details from the website, but I'm also going to try to find out price of eggs. There's an NPR little list here about 96 items, and it was actually saying what was most expensive, but it didn't really say. It just said that eggs have gone up by 50%, milk has gone up by 13%, and coffee has gone up by 21%. But those were the worst ones. Price of eggs, it doesn't say what the price of eggs is. Let's take a look at Grok. Maybe Grok will tell us. What is the average price of eggs in America? $4.15. So the average price of a dozen grade A large eggs in the United States was $4.15 in December 2024. And then what's the average price of milk? Let's see. What is the average price of milk in America? Average being misspelt. Let's correct that. Price being misspelt. Let's correct that. $4.10. Wow. I've seen $3 and $3.50. Kind of all over the place. So, average price of milk, $4.10, and whatever I just said, the average price of eggs was like $4 something. And why eggs got wildly expensive and why it's likely to stay that way. Do I want to click on this one? Because we're just getting into more and more. Let's get back to the pardon thing, okay? So, the guy's pissed off. They're going to steal the election for Trump. He goes to protest it. Turns out it wasn't, it was bullshit that he'd lost the election. That's why he walked away. And he knew he lost. And then he could have pardoned them at the time. But he went ahead and let them languish in jail for 4 years. Got reelected. So now, he pardoned them. So, all right, he made good on the thing. 4 years later, this guy's from Indiana, Jasper County. And now he's dead. Now he's dead. And a part of me wants to, be like, well, he's a fucking Trump supporter. He's a violent fucking, felon. He's a violent felon who was defending a violent felon who was trying to overthrow the government for the violent felon who had lied to him, who lied 30,000 times. Right? Bush lied, people are pissed off. Clinton lied, people are pissed off. Papa Bush, people are pissed off. Did Obama ever lie? I don't know if Obama ever lied, but Donald Trump lied 30,000 fucking times, so, big shocker there. Let's keep on going. He's from Hobart, Indiana. He's shot and killed during a traffic stop Sunday afternoon. A deputy with the Jasper County Sheriff's Office pulled Huttle's vehicle over on State Road 14 at approximately 4:15 p.m. So the guy's 42 years of age. He's had some prior, trouble. He goes to the Capitol, tries to overthrow. He gets a blank slate. He gets a blank slate. He just got pardoned by the president. Who knows what the fucking sentence was? And so, you know, part of me wants to gloat because I don't give a shit about the fucking maggots, the fucking maggot motherfuckers, the Trumpsters. Oh, Jan Führer, huh? Bunch of fucking fascist fucks. Don't know right from wrong, right? Just want to put pressure and put boots on people's faces, threaten people with violence. You better obey or else violence will happen. Huttle allegedly resisted, struggled with the officer. This altercation led to the deputy firing his gun and killing Huttle. Is there a video of this? And then why are they going to arrest him? Well, it didn't say what he was being arrested for. Well, they pulled him over. They tried to arrest him. He didn't want to be kidnapped, and so he said no, and then we shot him. I'd like to know what it was. If he just got pardoned, is he on his way back to the house? Like, he had to get back to Indiana somehow, right? What fucking federal prison was he in? This to me sounds like a bunch of bullshit. So right is right and wrong is wrong. Release the fucking videotape. Release the dash cam, release the body cam. Why does a goddamn every fucking time a cop motherfucking does a fucking goddamn thing, somebody ends up dead? Well, I went over there to just say hi to the guy, and then my gun went off, and now his head is totally exploded. He's dead. Or like Destiny Hope. I went over there to go talk to the guy, and then I shot a baby. To show him that you mean business? Is that why you shot a baby? Is that why you killed all them babies in Gaza? Hey, here's how I negotiate. I walk into the boardroom, I find a baby, I shoot the baby in the head. They realize that I'm a tough guy, and then I mean business, and then they cut me a check for my infomercial. Matthew Huttle ended up being tracked down and arrested in Boise, Idaho. Okay, whatever. So his uncle, Dale Huttle, Matthew Huttle. So they're there January 6th. And then is there any more information about him getting murdered? It just seems like they kind of go on and on and on about the January 6th involvement. Indiana State Police is leading the investigation. Oh, okay. Well, the state cops are investigating the county cops, and they never find any fucking thing. Ultimately, just put the fucking body camera out there to the people. Let us fucking determine if we think it was justified or not. Hey, sir, you got a tail light out. Hey, license and registration. When is it okay to arrest a person for a traffic violation? Can't you summons the person? Can't you summons them to the courthouse and then have a warrant for their arrest? Because you're allowed to pull the person over if you see the broken tail light, if you see the swerving, if you see some kind of... They didn't update their tags. You got license and registration. What did you pull me over for? You'd like to think people are fair, you know. I pulled over. I stopped the car. I guess you're going to just be a fucking dickhead, right? Hey, I'm the boss of you, and you're going to do what I tell you. Great, now I got points on my fucking system because I once did. When I think about the traffic violations at driving a few miles over the speed limit, there's this woman who was, parked in the middle. You got people behind you, and so, I went and used, it wasn't the emergency lane, it was a whole lane, so I just used the side lane and I kept on going. You want to keep the flow of traffic going. Oh, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to make a fucking sweet, cool, smooth move. You're not allowed to make a cool, sweet move like that. Some people say you can't do a U-turn, but there's no real, no U-turn signs. And what do you do if you're driving the wrong way? It's never too late to turn back around. So it'd be fucking bullshit. If Matthew Huttle was killed just because he did a sweet move, right? He did a fucking smooth move. There's some situation that he stopped traffic and then he used the right fucking side of the damn thing. So, you know, I don't like the guy's politics. And if he was there overthrowing the Capitol, you know, I think that would have been, that's justified to arrest him for that. But he got the pardon. Now he's out and about. He's a free man. And now you just fucking killed him over what? Like that, if anything, that's amazing to me. Well, he didn't pay his registration taxes, so I murdered him. He was driving without a license. Yeah, he went to the federal prison for a while, tried to overthrow the Capitol, got pardoned by the president. Crazy fucking times. Crazy times we're living in. And then he went to go get some fucking milk and eggs for his family, and he jumped in the car. But he had lost his license because he was in jail, and then said, "Where's your license at?" So you can overthrow the fucking Capitol. You can try to overthrow the United States government, the United States of America, the government of the empire. That's all right. You can try to overthrow the United States government, but just don't you dare drive without a seatbelt. Don't you dare use the... I would love to know what the fucking reason is, because there's some justification, you know, without insurance, but you can't pull the person over not knowing they have to do a thing, right? So there had to be an infraction. You can't just profile people and run, you know, just pull random ass people over. So his tags are outdated. One of his rear view, his brake lights are out. He had swerved. So he had swerved a little bit. Then you found out he didn't have a license, and then you're going to arrest him. And then he says, "Oh, no, you're not. Oh, yes, I am." And then bang, bang, bang. Now you're fucking dead because of goddamn taillights. Meanwhile, it's all right to fucking overthrow the goddamn government. If you're going to go out, right? If you're going to go out, well, who the fuck wants to go out on the side of the street in the middle of nowhere just going to get some fucking expensive ass eggs? If you're going to go out, fucking just go to the goddamn Capitol and try to fucking overthrow the damn government. You know? Go out like a boss. Go out like a champ. So I'd like to know the truth. What happened in Indiana? What happened to Matthew Huttle? What's the story? You going to release the dash camera, the fucking body cameras? I bet you don't do it. I bet you don't do it soon. I bet you don't do it in the next fucking year. I bet you bury this shit. I bet you just killed a fucking person and you're going to pretend that it's okay to murder. Thou shalt not murder. No, thou shalt murder. So you don't even have one fucking law, right? You don't have God's law. You don't have Indiana law. You don't have American law. You don't have any fucking morals, no common sense, no principles whatsoever. Thou shalt not murder is one of the eternal laws, you stupid dumb motherfucker. You stupid dumb wicked motherfucker. Well, I'm the boss around here, and he didn't have any taillights, and he, no seatbelt, and, shut the fuck up. He was driving, not, over the speed limit, but he was driving, like, 6 miles under the speed limit. That's too slow. Like, give me a fucking break. You murdered the fucking guy, so let's hear about, you know, how terrible what he was doing was, because you fucking took his life.